pumpkin pie. It's my favorite. Pumpkin pie is absolutely, hands down, my favorite dessert ever. It doesn't matter if it's cold, if it's hot, if it has cream, if it has ice cream, if it's by itself. I love pumpkin pie. So much so that at Christmas when I make it, I make 2 pies. One for me and one for everybody else. And I'm not joking when I say that. You can ask my children. There is a pie for me, pumpkin pie. Nobody touches it. It is mine. It belongs to Judy. So today I will be showing you my coveted pumpkin pie recipe. Simple. It's a custard style pie. So if you haven't tried it, you really need to. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So we are going to now make pumpkin pie. Right, so this is the ingredients for the warm water pastry. I've listed those down below in the comment section here. I really only use this one for this particular pie. When you're mixing it together, just make sure you do stir it quite often, scraping the bottom of the bowl regularly because the butter tends to settle. And once the mixture has the consistency of wet sand, you're ready to add your hot water. Please make sure that it's hot water. If it's cold water, it won't turn out properly. This pastry, we don't want it to be consistent like bread dough. We do want this to have a bit of a break to it. So we also want to let this sit for at least 20 to 30 minutes before you use it. And the pumpkin, we're just going to simply boil. I just want it to be tender so I can mash it. I'm not going to puree it because I actually prefer to have little bits of pumpkin throughout the pie. If you want to puree it, that's fine, but just make sure you drain it really, really well. Otherwise, it'll let down the mixture of your pumpkin pie. I roll my pastry out on my marble breadboard, and as you can see, this pastry rolls out really well. I only flour the pans because this pastry actually shrinks away from the sides of the pans after it's cooked. So here, I just mash it. The mixture for the custard, I've listed the ingredients in below. You just go ahead and whip those all together and then add them to your pumpkin mix. The mix I actually use to glaze the sides of my pie. I just find that I'm not wasting an extra egg or extra milk just to make a wee cup of glaze. Just make sure that if you're going to glaze the pie, you don't oversaturate it. This pastry is pretty forgiving, but some other pastries won't be, and we don't want soggy pastry. We don't want to overfill our pie either. I would fill it up to about 1/4 inch from the top of the pie pan. It does rise a bit. It's a custard style pie with eggs, but once you remove it from the oven, it falls and it's no longer puffy. But we just don't want to mess in our oven, so don't overfill your pan. Just keep an eye on it. This is a 45-minute bake, so don't be impatient and don't take it out too soon. I'm going to show you here when I take the pan out of the oven how well it's actually shrunk away from the sides. So this makes portioning up and presenting so much easier. So as you can see, it's actually shrunk quite a bit away from the edge of the pie. This pastry is great for smaller tarts simply because it does do that. Isn't it beautiful? I'm really excited. I'm really excited. This is way early in the year for me to be making pumpkin pie. I can't express how much I love this. This, if I could eat this, if I could eat one thing for the rest of my life and I could only eat one thing, it would be pumpkin pie. Really, really suggest that you guys try it. It's such a simple recipe. It's so simple. And you can get it as fancy or as plain. I like to go rustic with the crust, but you can plot it, you can make little cutouts for it, you can put pumpkins all over it, it doesn't matter. And I hope you enjoyed making it. The recipe I'll put up on the blog on the Discover Cooking webpage, which is discovercooking.co.uk. Please give us a like, please subscribe, and if you have any questions, go ahead and contact us through the webpage. See you later. Bye.